Lawmen, Bass Reeves. Episode 7 begins with Bass Reeves taken into custody and taken off to jail. Bass doesn't tell his family as he's taken away. While in jail, Bass finds himself thinking about Esau Pierce and all the bad things he's done. In the courtroom, Judge Parker says that while Bass is a lawman, his case is not different from any other he deals with and he won't get special treatment. Bass is being tried for murder and the verdict has arrived. But what will it be? Flashback to before Bass is arrested. Judge Parker and his wife are having dinner at the Reeves house, and Bass is in a bit of a sad mood and very quiet until Judge Parker suggests Bass has some time off. At work the next day, Bass finds out Judge Parker has given him lighter jobs for the time being. Billy introduces Bass to a man called Willie, a cook who has recently been recruited. The trio ride off in total silence. Back at the Reeves house, Esme makes an appearance late at night after leaving her husband, Edwin. She has realized that despite Edwin having a vision, he is also a conflicted character and she had to leave him. Jenny talks to Esme about Bass being gone for long periods and how the children don't really know their father. While this talk is going on, the white girl from the carnival shows up and asks if Bass is at home. When she is told he isn't, she asks if Sally is there. After getting the answers she requires, she leaves. Jenny confronts Sally about everything and discovers what went down at the carnival. Bass and Billy arrive at a place, looking for Moody O'Neill. The woman they speak to says she's Moody and she knew he was coming for her. She hands Bass a candle holder and confesses she used it to kill a man. The next day, as they prepare to leave, Moody has vanished, and Willie admits that he let her go. He then insults Bass for planning to hang an elderly black woman. He tells Bass he's a traitor who is making money off the death of black people under the guise of using the law. Willie throws Moody's shoes at Bass and calls him an up-jumped slave catcher. This infuriates Bass, who shoots and kills Willie. Back at the Reeves home, the Reeves children discover a burning effigy at their front door. Later on, when Bass gets home, Jenny doesn't speak to him. He heads out to the barn, and this is where the timeline picks up to where the episode began, and Bass is arrested for Willie's murder. In Judge Parker's office, he tells Bass a story from his own childhood about being poor and finding enough gold to save his family, but it turned out to be fool's gold. However, Parker tells Bass it helped him learn a lesson: keep expectations in check. He then asks Bass if he is gold or pyrite. Bass is looking back on his own life and thinks about his own father who was sold for slavery before he was even born and was only allowed to visit at Christmas. Bass can't remember his father's face despite him teaching him how to ride and shoot. His dad handed Bass to his son, George, who turned out to be a very nasty man. In court, Judge Parker is preparing to read the verdict and he says, after listening to all the evidence, he has concluded that Bass is not guilty. Back at the Reeves house, Sally puts handwritten lyrics to Unholy War on the piano. Bass tells Jenny about the boy, Curtis, and informs her he'll be going after the man who killed him. He leaves out the part of the perpetrator being a Texas Ranger. The episode ends with Bass, Billy, and Cheryl Lynn riding off. The episode review. This suspenseful episode has a nice little teaser to start proceedings, which then catches up to this particular point in time as the episode progresses. It's a nice little technique that keeps you on your toes, wondering how Bass Reeves arrived at this particular trouble he's got himself into. Donald Sutherland also gets more screen time in this episode, and it's great to see him flexing his acting muscles in the role of Judge Parker. One more episode to go, and things are finally balanced in this penultimate episode.